Welcome back. The Bears took Zach Pickens, defensive tackle, South Carolina. He put up a lot of big numbers with them. Now we are now in round three officially. And Philadelphia Eagles on the clock. They're pick us now. We're about to find out momentarily who they have selected. And Anthony Heidi Gardner, actress comedian on SNL, was very attractive. And she's a diehard Chiefs fan. She's a real diehard Chiefs fan. So, and he's also a diehard Kansas City Royals fan as well. So, but the Eagles do need just a couple of more pieces of the puzzle. I think they're going to get a few more. And then they're going to go outside linebacker or a defensive tackle or tight end. They traded their first one this round, but they made a few. They got Nolan Smith, linebacker from Georgia. I think that was their only pick last night. So this is their second pick of this draft. So we'll find out who the Eagles pick when the draft comes back on the air. I think it's like a defensive end or a safety or a center either way. We'll see. That's why I changed my mind on that. But the Browns will be picking. They have pick number 74 and pick number 98 in this third round. So hopefully they will be picking around 10 o'clock, hopefully. And we might possibly get a call from my buddy Keith Norman, who is better known as KIL Keith in Lakewood. He is my co-anchor down at Magnolia Clubhouse for sports. And he's a regular calling guest on The Big Show with Tony Rizzo. And he also on Bruce Renn's show. Tony Rizzo Wednesday, Bruce Renn on Sunday. AM 850 Sports Radio WKNR. And Eagles with the 65th pick. First pick round three is Tyler Steen. They've selected it's an offensive tackle, Alabama. Tyler Steen. I think that's a good choice. They need a good offensive tackle. They need it. They need that. And right now they're back on the clock again for the 65th pick. And this was a good pick. And they're taking Sidney Brown with that one. And now the Broncos are back on the clock for the 67th pick. So we're waiting to see who they select. Two that the Eagles took her from. And we'll find out momentarily. I think Denver's going to take an offensive linebacker, running back, or cornerback or defensive tackle either way. So we'll see. And we will find out momentarily who the Browns have, the Broncos have selected. Their pick is in. So I'm waiting for it to come up on the screen here. We will find out momentarily who they have selected. And I think the Broncos are going to go with an outside linebacker or maybe a tight end or a wide receiver. Because with the last pick they made, they took I'm trying to think who they took here. I'm trying to look to find who the Broncos took. Maybe they didn't pick that second round. I'm not seeing them on the. I am not seeing them on my list here. I don't think they picked this round. Oh wait, they picked Marvin Mims Jr., wide receiver. And the draft is back. We're going to find out momentarily who they have taken. And we'll see right now who the Denver Broncos have taken. We're waiting to see who it is. Drew Sanders, linebacker, Arkansas, they have taken. And I think that's a good choice. Because they need a good linebacker, and they do need that. And they need a good linebacker. He was unanimous All-American in 2022. And he was he was a Butkus Award winner in 2022. He's at 11 tackles, 9.5 sacks, 16 TFLs, and 5 PBUs. And he was a first team SEC in 2022. He could put some numbers up. He could put a lot of receptions up, a lot of tackles up, and a lot of touchdowns. Sidney Brown. Career 143 tackles, 10.5 sacks, and 18 TFLs. And we are now 6 picks away because the Lions are going to go on the clock for the 68th pick. We're 6 picks away from the Browns' first pick of this draft at number 74. So we're coming close. Lions are back on the clock. Our pick is in. We're waiting for it to come. For somebody to come up to the microphone, and we will find out who it is momentarily. And we will find out who it is. I'm still waiting. I got to find out what Tyler Steen and Sidney Brown were from. I'll find out when it comes back around the screen. So, the Lions took with, I think it's either a tight end, defensive back, or inside linebacker, or a running back, or possibly either one, or wide receiver, either way. And their most recent pick, the Lions took, they traded their, pick, and I'm trying to see if they picked any of this round. No, they have not. This is the pick of the third round. But their pick is in. We're waiting for it to come up. And I'm trying to look to see if the law they did. Well, the 18th, because they said that these are last night's picks. I'm trying to see if the Lions did make a pick in this last round. And I think they traded up one of their picks. The 34th one, they took Sam Laporta, tight end Iowa. They won't go another tight end. So we're going to find out who they are going to. They have taken Brian Branch, safety Alabama as well. So we will find out momentarily who they have selected, and with the 68th pick in round 3 of the NFL draft. And so we shall see. So I think they're going to take a defensive inside linebacker or a running back. We'll see. I changed my mind. I will see. So, where the Browns are about 6 picks away after this one, they'll be 5 picks away. So we're coming close with the Browns' first pick at number 74 in this third round of the NFL draft. So we're really getting to. We're going to see who the Lions took in just a moment. So he said stuff dog treats in my pockets and throw behind my back, and I try to tackle it around kindergarten, first grade age. We shall see. That was football coach growing up, so I mean. The offensive tackle, Alabama. That's where Tyler Steen came from. This safety from Illinois. That's where Sidney Brown came from. Uh, we are waiting for the Lions to get us in. You can see their draft room in their war room, and we're seeing Jack Gallo was selected last night, and we're about to find out right now who the Lions have selected with pick number 68. With the 68th pick right now.
The 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Hendon Hooker, quarterback, Tennessee.
There's a Hendon Hooker, quarterback, Tennessee, and I think it was good that they did take Hendon Hooker. For I think it was good because they needed to draft a quarterback. And as a member of the Detroit Lions, he was a third-team AP All-American in 2022. The 2022 SEC Offensive Player of the Year. He put up some big numbers with Tennessee last 9 games with 2 plus pass touchdowns and no interceptions. Well, that's pretty impressive. And he can really get the tackles, receptions, he can score touchdowns. There are 58 touchdown passes, 5th in UT history. That's pretty impressive. I tip my hat to that. He is going to be a welcome addition to the Detroit Lions. His career in 2019 rushing yards and 25 rushing touchdowns. That is pretty impressive. He's going to be a welcome addition to the Detroit Lions. And so, yeah, this is really going to be and now the Houston Texans are back on the clock for another pick in the draft. And I think it's their 4th pick of the draft. No, their 5th pick of the draft, excuse me. And their pick is in. And so they were 3-13-1 last in the AFC South. And they want to have a better record this year. And they've never made the playoffs. They'd like to make playoffs for the first time in history. They have DeMarco Ryans, Dalton Schultz. They were 30th in PBG and 27th in PBG allowed. So, and for Hendon Hooker, best in 89.5 quarterback receptions, rushing yards, excuse me. I think Houston will take a wide receiver, a defensive end, quarterback, or offensive tackle either way. So, we'll see in a matter of moments who they have selected. And you're hearing Alan Hooker, Hendon Hooker's dad. He is excited for his son becoming a member of the Detroit Lions. So he is excited. He is ecstatic. And so we shall see. And we're waiting for the Texans spec to come in on the screen. Hopefully somebody makes it up to the microphone in just a few seconds. And so, excuse me. Always just preach to me and my siblings that if we start something, we're going to. So, excuse me, and we hopefully we'll find out soon who they have selected. And after this pick, we are 4 picks away from the Browns' first pick at pick number 74. We're coming close, Browns fans. So just sit tight. You're coming close. And we're about to find out right now who the Texans have selected. Somebody's going to make it up to the microphone. They're interviewing Hendon Hooker right now. And he's excited about going to the Lions, so and being one of their quarterbacks. And that's it. The Texans have selected Nathaniel Dell, wide receiver, Houston. So this is a pick that I think that's a great move. That is a great move by the Houston Texans. And and they needed a good wide receiver, and they needed that. He put up some big numbers last year. With 1,398 receiving yards, 17 touchdowns, and led FBS in both, and that is impressive. And he was a 2022 Bulletin Cup Awards semifinalist, and And now the Las Vegas Raiders are back on the clock for the 70th pick. And their pick is in. And after they were 6-11 last year, third in the AFC West, they want to have a better record, and they'd like to get back to the playoffs. And we're about to find out right now who the Raiders are taking.
Front office, you never know where you're going to go. Like,
And
you just have to be a pro.
Hendon Hooker for the Lions is a 60th overall pick, highest drafted Lions QB since 2009. That is really impressive. So right now, we're about to find out who the Raiders have selected. So,
Yeah.
we're waiting for it to come up on the screen. And the Raiders would like to make the play. They came up just short of the playoffs last year, and they lost Derek Carr to the Saints and got Jimmy Garoppolo from the 49ers. But they need a few more pieces of the puzzle. We'll see who they take. And so I'll let you know who they took right after this, after I upload this video. So I got to go for a break. Stay with us. We're coming right back.